I start with a light pencil sketch, nothing fancy, just to get the body and the shape about 95% of the way I want it. So as I'm drawing it, and I apologize for the exposure on this one, I didn't quite get the camera set right. So yeah, so I'm just lightly sketching it and getting it ready for inking. So fact number one, the Spinosaurus was bigger than the T-Rex. It was over 50 feet long, longer than a school bus. So that was something I didn't know. When I sketch, I don't worry about mistakes too much, but you can't really tell it from the way I erase. If I really don't like a line, if I don't like it, I'll erase it. These are basic guides for when I start inking. It gets a little messy on the penciling part. I get a lot of erasure particles on there, but that's the way it goes. So when I do my inking, when I do the switch, that's what makes the drawing really pop. I start with the background first. I like to set the stage, so I'll ink in the sun and the background elements. This time, palm tree, rocks. Sometimes I'll add the stars or the moon instead of the sun, depending on what scene I'm looking for. In fact number two, the Spinosaurus spent a lot of time in the water. I don't have it as a water scene here, but they had dense bones to help it sink and long teeth, perfect for catching fish, kind of like a crocodile on steroids. So I move on to the arms and the legs, and then when I get to the curves, here's a little helpful tip. Pull the pen towards you instead of pushing, especially on the curves. You'll get smoother lines that way. So I'm adding the spots for some definition into the body and some lines in the spines, and then we start coloring. I like the blues, and I liked my color choices on this picture. This is a little different than what I've done in my past videos. Before, I would pick 3 critters out to fully cover for the back cover, and then I only colored one halfway to feature it on the front as like a work in progress. But this time I'll have 30 fully colored pages to choose from, and when I design the front and back covers, it'll be easier to pick. So I did a purple background mountain. I don't know why I picked purple, but that's just how I felt at the time. So whatever, it's your picture. Draw color it the way you want to. The brown ground, did that just for maybe it's a dry creek bed, maybe there's water off to the side, who knows. Honestly, you can get creative. Nobody knows what color dinosaurs really were. You want a bright blue Spinosaurus, go for it. It's your picture. So here's a coloring tip. If you ever go outside the line, don't panic. I did that on here. If you go back and look closely and zoom in, I missed and went over the line a little bit. Turn it into a shadow. Use a darker color than you were expecting to use, and just turn it into something that'll maybe improve the drawing. I did towards the feet on the ground, made a shadow, and that came out pretty good. Looks like I followed the body form of this critter, and it turned out pretty nice. Fact number 3, that giant sail on his back is still a mystery. Some scientists think that it helped regulate body temperature. Others believe it was for display, like a built-in billboard to attract mates. Either way, it made the Spinosaurus stand out. And I picked yellow for the spines. So, like I said, it's your dino. Color it the way you want. I do really like how the greens played out against the background. These are alcohol markers, and they really popped out. I scanned the drawing, so at the end you'll see the scan drawing of it, and it looks better off the scanner than it does on the camera. So here's another little tip for you. start a hobby or restart a hobby. I started this, it's been about, I think, a year, a little over a year. I started this channel, and it's really been a great way to start my mornings. You don't have to get up at 4 in the morning to start this, your hobby. I do, and it's been a great way to start my day. So I'm either drawing, inking, coloring, or editing videos, and that's been great way. I think it's helped my mind, stay active. I'm in my upper 50s now, and I gotta keep that mind sharp. So again, I love how the green dominated the page, and thanks for hanging out with me today. If you like this, check out my dinosaur playlist, a lot more drawing and coloring videos there. And remember, all these dinos will be a part of my upcoming coloring book, so stay tuned for that. Keep drawing and keep coloring.